Out of every support, the guy I feel the worst for is absolutely Shadow Shaman. Not only is he relegated to buying only wards and couriers when all he wants is that refresher or that octarine, he's so poor he can't even afford clothes. Crystal Maiden at least has an ornate robe and gown. Shaman's wearing garbage bags. It's really tempting to make this a mid-Shaman guide. The devil on my shoulder wants to do it, but I'll resist the urge at least this time. Let's play this support as a support. But everybody's making the Shaman guide, right? I mean, Purge has one, Tortellini has one. They're literally already in-game. This one isn't. Why bother watching this? I'm just gonna do the same. I'll tell you to get Courier, and Wards, and Arcane Boots, and that's where you're wrong. Because our support Shaman doesn't mess around with any of that stuff. We support in a very special way. Shaman's a funny little dude. There's this idea that supports are just fodder for those beefy man fighters like Ursa, Troll, and Huskar. That's the way it is. Every support is pretty much terrified of these hard-hitting carries. Every support except for Shaman. Shadow Shaman's the little position 5 that could. By virtue of his insane 8.5 second total stun time, 11.5 with the Shackle talent, he can hold his own against pretty much all of them as long as you stay calm and collected and do the spells in the right order. In most cases, you can at least hold off any single person for a teammate to help, or, in those games where you don't quite have teammates, for a TP to take you home. In fact, heroes like Anti-Mage actually lose against Shaman. Same with the squishy mobile heroes like Storm and Weaver who straight up just can't survive 8 seconds of constant disable. After that, we counter heroes who pop a spell and then have a finite time to deal damage, like Faceless Void after Chronosphere, Elsie after Duel, Ursa after In Range, and of course after that just any hero who'd, you know, not like to be taken out of a game for 8 seconds, also known as all of them. With that though, some heroes fare better than others. Mevo just whacks on you with the other 4/5 of his hero, Visage just disables you with Familiars, Broodmother with Spiders, and then at the end there's just heroes who purge it all, like my boy, Oracle. Shadow Shaman is in pretty much all occasions one half of an equation. I can tell you how to build him skill-wise, but then half of the time you do something completely different. So here's the typical build, and here's the other typical build. And the variable here is, does your carry have more in damage, or does your carry have more in disable? If your partner's a Gyro, all you need to do is disable to let him deal his damage, but if he's a Tusk, you both chip in with damage. And so that's it. That's the formula for every Shaman game ever. Aether Shock is a weird spell. It's a good AoE nuke, high damage, highest level 1 damage of any spell in the game, so pretty awesome as just a value point, but it's got a cast range of 600, but can hit units 1000 range away, so you might need to bounce it off like a creep to hit a hero, for example. The area is a cone, except unlike other cones, it starts from Shaman, not from the target, meaning the further the unit is from Shaman, the better the odds of a bounce, you know, hitting someone to their side. But regardless, it will always hit targets closest to the first, meaning in this instance on screen right now, it's impossible to hit the axe only 80 or so units away without targeting him specifically. Hex is an instant disable, no cast animation, no travel time. If you prime it before casting it on an Earthshaker as he runs in, if you have vision of him of course, your Hex happens before his instant cast Echo Slam, and this is what dumb people call hacks. Fun fact about Hex, it doesn't slow you, it just sets your movement speed to 100, so a haste still hastes you, and having Boots of Travel, SNY, Yule's Drums, Windlace, the Mask of Madness on means you'd actually run at 370 movement speed as a chicken. Shackles does have a cast animation, but no backswing, whereas Hex does have a backswing. They're basically just telling you, use Shackles first, then Hex. It stuns and deals damage, it provides True Sight, and with Octarine Core or Arcane Rune, using it, then Hex, means it'll be off cooldown again by the time Hex ends. With Octarine and Arc Rune, or one and then the Shackles duration talent, you can keep a target stunned in perpetuity.
What does perpetuity mean, Lord Tyrion?
Forever.
Forever.
Mass Serpent Ward is a spell with a pretty much black and white skill line. Can you consistently trap someone with it? Yes? Great, you're good at Shadow Shaman. But here's a little trick. Just shackle them first and click the spell at their feet. Done. You are now good at Shaman too. Unless they have phase, in which case, good job, wards are on cooldown for 2 minutes. The meat of the guide. I might be out of business after this because it's the cheat code for any sort of oddball build after this. First, get a smoke, wards, courier, tangos, typical support stuff, and then buy 3 braces. No, honestly, it's not a joke. The Sing Sing build actually works really well on a lot of heroes while both Atos and Drums are built out of them, and lots of heroes can go both of these items. Shame Shaman's not one of them. He's got a rush. No, he doesn't. Shaman needs movement speed, mana regen, and a whole lot of HP. And he's one of the few heroes that Drums is best on. He pushes early, he pushes at set times, and he benefits from the stats. The Atos is a natural and cheap progression for it. But with all that's been said, you might be noticing what I haven't said. I haven't mentioned Blink Dagger once, and I don't think you should go it. Ever. Let's talk about heroes who do, and why they do, and then we can both realize why Shaman doesn't. Earthshaker, Sand King, Enigma. 2 of these 3 have a spell cast on a linear path that stuns multiple people. A blink helps them position the perfect angle for that exact instance. All 3 have a massive AoE spell that's best used in the middle of the enemy team. Shaman has neither. Pudge, Vengeful Spirit, 2 heroes with position spells. Rubik, Batrider, 2 heroes who need to get in or out of a fight in a split second. The former to get that clutch steal spell, the latter when pulling someone out of position. Shaman has neither. Wraith King, Tiny, 2 heroes who don't have AoE spells. I mean, Tiny does, but it's usually just used for one person anyway. But they jump in, stun, and quickly burst a hero down with auto attacks. Ursa, Legion Commander, heroes who stay away from the fight until a specific 5 seconds of time where they burst someone down. Shaman has neither. And finally Lion, Shaman's ugly brother, a position 5 support with 2 stuns like Shaman, but Lion has an AoE linear path stun like Sand King. Lion has a massive burst like Tiny. Shaman has neither. And so we realize Shaman gets away with just a few items worth of movement speed and a hefty long range disable. In reality, you can sort of justify skipping Blink really easily once you've decided it's a good idea. What good's a Blink to disable a person with shackles if you can't hit them, and your teammates also can't because they're not there yet because you blinked ahead? What good's a Blink when you don't get 3 braces and the 360 HP from them so you can, get the Blink earlier? What good's blinking in and dying to a few auto attacks gonna do? So there it is. I'm calling it now. Long gone are the days of Echo 7 Solar Crest. I'm on the triple bracer train. Choo choo.